I'm Nicola Ayo, Professor of Political Science at the University of Fribourg in Switzerland. I'm also director of the Interfaculty Institute of Eastern Europe. And I think it's a great moment. 1 year ago, we did not think that this would happen. 1 year ago, a little bit more than 1 year ago, we were together with our friends here in Odessa. We were planning a different project, and then Maidan happened. And then we came together again, and we said that would be a great idea to plan a book on this extraordinary revolution, and I think it's wonderful that we managed in such a short time to come out with this wonderful book we have been preparing together with you, Yaroslav, and Viktor Stepanenko. This is really considering the perspective of social sciences is certainly one of the first important books entirely made by Ukrainian social scientists reflecting about the events here, and this is really a great moment.
Your Excellencies, ambassadors, eminent representatives of government ministries, honorable members of parliament, Magnificence Rector Giga Zedania of the Ilia State University in Georgia, members of academia, members of the press, dear colleagues, students, and guests. It is indeed an honor to welcome you here today and express our gratitude for your presence at this book presentation for this latest publication of the series Interdisciplinary Studies on Central and Eastern Europe of the University of Fribourg in Switzerland. This evening and tomorrow's conference at the Kiev National University of Taras Shevchenko were made possible by the Academic Swiss Caucus Net. The different activities of the ASCN foster the emergence of a new generation of talented scholars in Georgia and Armenia. Promising young academics receive support through research projects, capacity building, training, and scholarships, and become better integrated in international academic networks. The ASCN is coordinated and operated by the Interfaculty Institute for Central and Eastern Europe, headed by my colleague, Professor Nicola Ayo, at the University of Fribourg. It has been initiated and generously supported by the Gebhard Rüff Stiftung. Ladies and gentlemen, this event is the result of numerous years of building networks through the ASCN program, and would not have been possible at all without the full support of the Gebhard Rüff Stiftung, its president, Philipp Egger, the president of the board of the foundation, Rudolf Marti, and the organizers, Nicola Ayo and the Interfaculty Institute of Central Eastern Europe. The ASCN team here present, Denis Daflon, and especially Tamara Brunner, who devoted countless hours to get the book out on time. How about a warm round of applause for their successful efforts? The genesis of the book we are celebrating today was the publication of the May-June issue of the prestigious Swiss journal Religion and Society, entitled Upheaval in Ukraine, The Shape and Significance of a Revolution. There should be, by the way, some remaining copies of that journal here. Viktor Stepanenko and Yaroslav Pelinsky, upon learning of our intention to publish an extended volume of the Euromaidan in our series, immediately took the reins of this time-consuming project as co-editors. Both Viktor and Yaroslav, as well as all of the contributing authors present, Irina Maximenko, Lyudmila Pavlyuk, Yuri Shveda, Serhiy Gleba, Ilya Konov, Serhiy Fedunyak, Valentin Malinovsky, deserve an extended round of applause for their tremendous work accomplished under an extremely tight schedule. Bravo, bravo, bravo. The events since a little more than a year ago, labeled the Euromaidan in the West, but called the Revolution of Dignity in Ukraine, have once again put democratic values on center stage, not only in Ukraine, but all of Eastern Europe, I dare say. Somehow, Ukraine found a way to break away from the post-Soviet iceberg and sail towards Europe, as eloquently stated by the writer Vladimir Sorkin. As Ukraine, a close member of our European family, embarks on its long path of healing from the terrible tragedies of the last year, we should think not only on geopolitical terms, Rather, we should remember the families and friends who lost their loved ones and evoke those courageous men and women who rose against oppression and risked everything to live in a society where human rights, democratic principles, rule of law, and freedom are at the core of the national identity. It is our sincere hope that the new government, led by President Petro Poroshenko, the Prime Minister Arseniy Yatsenyuk, and the new members of the Verkhovna Rada, all who have taken an oath to serve the country to the best of their interests and abilities, shall not only honor that oath, but exceed our expectations, so that all people living in all of Ukraine will find peace, strength, unity, and resolve to overcome the current crisis and reinvigorate their nation based on the highest and most noblest human considerations and values. Switzerland has shown itself to be a most fervent defender and friend of Ukraine this past year, and it is an honor to see the Swiss ambassador, Christian Schönenberger, with us here. Perhaps, Mr. Ambassador, the preamble to the Swiss Constitution could serve as an inspiration to the current and future leaders of Ukraine, as in the following short but very poignant example. The Swiss people resolve to renew their alliance so as to strengthen liberty, democracy, independence, and peace in a spirit of solidarity and openness towards the world, determined to live together with mutual consideration and respect for their diversity, conscious of their common achievements and their responsibility towards future generations, and in the knowledge that only those who use their freedom remain free, and that the strength of a people is measured by the well-being of its weakest members. Again, I repeat, the strength of the people is measured by the well-being of its weakest members. By the way, some of you may have noticed that the book cover is blue and yellow. This is not just for this volume, but in fact for the whole series, which began about 10 years ago with my colleague Nicola Hayo and yours truly, the volume Ukraine at a Crossroads, edited together. Now it's my privilege to welcome Yaroslav Belinsky, co-editor of Ukraine After Euromaidan, Challenges and Hopes, who will say a few words of greeting in Ukraine. Yaroslav, I give you the floor.
Thank you very much.
Slava Ukraini.
Шановні пані і панове, після такої ґрунтовної презентації, по суті, я вже не маю що говорити. Проте, я думаю, що я маю що сказати. Я хочу від імені українських вчених подякувати Швейцарії, в особі її посла, Фрібурзькому університету, за те, що, на щастя, Європа нарешті звернула увагу на Україну. І Україна нарешті потрапила в поле зору Європи. Я сподіваюся, що ця книжка, яка була видана нашими колегами в Швейцарії, додасть трохи знання європейцям про цю велику, але загадкову країну на сході Європи і прояснить для них багато тих деталей, які досі були не те що незрозумілі, але просто і невідомі. Тому я хочу ще раз подякувати всім нашим українським колегам, які, незважаючи на складний і в цілому військовий рік, знайшли час і написали свої статті до цієї книжки. Я хочу подякувати всім тим, хто ще взимку цього року почали писати статті для веб-сайтів Сполучених Штатів, країн Євросоюзу, для наших колег з НАТО, які теж звернули на нас увагу, і їм теж я хотів би окремо подякувати. Єдине, що хотілося побажати, щоб ця, по суті, вже нова мережа, новий колектив працював далі і влився в єдину сім'ю європейських вчених і європейських експертів, поліпшуючи нам всім добробут і безпеку. Не тільки на континенті, але й в усьому світі. Дякую вам за увагу.
I'll also say this in English if I may. I hope that you hear me. First of all, it's a great honor to be here amongst such esteemed guests and to be here at the presentation of this very important book that comes at a very important time, right on the heels of the one-year anniversary of the Maidan events. If we take a look at what it says here in the back, if I can cite that, it says that there was an attempt to explore social, political, and cultural reasons and factors behind the country's transformation in its national and regional dimensions, the impact of Ukraine's revolution on European and global politics, and also the new challenges of tough reforms with which the Ukraine is faced now. And so here I wanted to say that, as a representative of NATO, that NATO stands not only with the Ukrainian people, morally, but also practically, in real deeds. We have established several trust funds that will go to help Ukraine reform its armed forces, its security sector, so that Ukraine can be able to defend itself and provide for its own security. So here, this is an important time because the Euromaidan really did give that impetus. It was that catalyst that brought about the changes that we see happening in Ukraine. And we, of course, as NATO, are going to do our very best to help those aspirations of the Ukrainian people materialize. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to be here today with you to celebrate one of these books that are very close in time to events. And I think it's one of the most noble functions of science to follow historic trends, not with the benefit of hindsight after years of study and after all the dust has settled, but to be close to events and still try to get the eye of science, which means a certain distance, a certain neutrality. And I'm very glad that Swiss institutions, Swiss foundations contributed to this volume. We all did not yet have time to read it. We'll certainly take at least a weekend to work it through. But it looks very serious. It looks like very good science. And again, I'm glad that science is not just in the ivory tower, but digs into history when it happens. And what we have seen here is history in the making. So I wish you all a good reading of this book, and I'm myself very curious to dig into it as of next weekend. Thank you.
Декілька останніх слів, щоб вас не перевтомлювати. Я Віктор Степаненко, один з редакторів цієї книжки. Я хотів вже приєднатися дійсно до всіх думок, які тут були висловлені. І, по-перше, відзначити, що це великий знак довіри. Тобто ця книжка, вона свідомо була написана лише українськими фахівцями. Причому фахівцями, які представляють різні регіони України. Ми маємо Захід, ми маємо Київ, ми маємо Одесу, ми маємо Донбас і, скажімо, всі представники тут представлені. Інша перевага, що ми намагалися зробити з цієї книжки, це представити багатогранний такий погляд. Тобто ми намагалися залучити різні перспективи. І політологічну, і геополітичну, і економічну, і історичну, і різні речі. І знову таки хотів би повернутися, закінчуючи всю цю промову свою, що, на мій погляд, два слова в цій книжці, вони для нас є самими важливими. Це challenge and hope. І ми дійсно, більшість авторів всі практично поділяли ту думку, що Україна стоїть перед великими викликами. Great challenges. Але з іншого боку, ми маємо надію, що все ж таки щось зрушиться з місця і ми отримуємо країну нової якості, нових цінностей і нового способу життя. І на цьому я хотів би побажати дійсно подякувати всім людям, які були причетні до цього продукту. Зараз вже не можу показати. Да. Тим не менше, це плід зусиль і енергії, і рішучості довести справу до кінця, тому що це дійсно був сам по собі челендж зробити цю книжку за 6 місяців. І я вдячний всім авторам, які були причетні, і організаторам, і швейцарським партнерам, які допомогли і профінансували цей проєкт. Ще раз дякую вам, шановні друзі, і сподіваюся, що ми не останній раз зустрічаємось по цих нагодах, і ми будемо працювати і будемо досягати інших результатів, де нам не буде соромно за нас і за країну. Дякую.